It's doing numbers.
That's what you did today.
Sorry.
So this is how you can make it up to me.
2. And my battery's about to die. You better hurry up.
Okay, ready?
Yes. Go.
Hi, I'm Alina.
Hey, I'm George.
And this is episode 28 of the Unplugged podcast.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, we hope you like it.
It's fucking around.
So, yeah.
But,
On to
stereotypes.
stereotypes.
Love it.
Conditioning.
Some flavour. Some sauce.
And then we'll delve into what you want to talk about as well.
Some more light-hearted content.
This is
I know.
lighthearted.
It's been
Yeah, we start with the heavy stuff.
I like how we started off busting bare jokes.
Yeah.
And
And then it
got
was
hella
like,
serious.
I don't know. It was just the most prominent thing of the week or the
I like
day.
to get out of the way though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Got out of the
Now I
way
can
early.
feel good, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
Get off my chest.
Refreshed.
yeah, man.
Alright, go on then. What was this conversation you lot were having? What
So-
was this at lunch?
Yeah.
Or at
Yeah,
the brunch?
so I was.
Or
So
at
we,
what
yeah, we
was
was
it?
at lunch.
Alright, cool.
You know, old friends catching up.
You didn't
And
get
I
an invite.
said, and I think it started was, I called the waiter over because I was like, oh, can you put his stuff in a Tupperware? Because I'm just naturally kind of like motherly like that. And I was like, and then he was like, I can do it by myself, you know? And I was like, oh,
no,
Kofi,
she was like,
okay.
wait,
okay.
wait,
for reaction.
Yeah, he was like, I can do it.
Basically, you were like,
Jesus.
you haven't touched your food. And I was like, yeah, I only ate long
What did you
ago.
eat?
It was
we
some
had
like
was
rice,
Korean.
chicken,
we had bibimbap.
bimbam.
Whoa, man,
Bim bam.
started spitting.
Yeah, so
bars.
bimbap.
Bimbap.
Yeah.
Bimbap,
You
yeah.
freestyle-
Korean.
Beatboxing or what?
Korean. So, right, basically, I wasn't making my way through the meal.
I finished mine.
I cooked
Jeez,
my meal.
real
I cooked.
G.
I ate and cooked
Real
at
G
1.
Come on.
I cooked and ate at 1. So, like, you know.
No, excuses.
And I had
Yeah,
rice
you know
as
what I'm
well.
saying?
So
Rice at home.
And this
Rice
I had
at
rice
home.
at home. I had rice at home. I made a little teriyaki chicken,
Come on.
rice,
Come
little
on.
peppers. You know,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, yo,
Sound went
Husband material.
international with
no,
the food.
coconut-
like that.
coconut
You know what I'm saying?
That's an
Yeah.
international.
International.
coconut
Okay,
rice.
Kofi, we
With
see
coconut
you.
rice. He's mixing
Shining.
continents.
Look, I'm smiling.
Is the camera on, yeah?
Nah, the battery died.
I'm gonna have to change that camera still.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. Anyway, so then I couldn't finish it. I was like, cool. I was like, I'm gonna take it away. So wait a couple of minutes, and she was like, "You haven't touched your food. It's just picking at it." And I was like, she was like, "Let's ask the waitress." And then before I even got the chance to, she's like, "No, I'll do it." I was like,
No, I didn't say I'll do it. I just did it.
she just did it, yeah.
That's
Just
real
did it.
G. You know what I'm saying? You just do
Say
it.
Yeah,
and I was
just did
like,
No
oh,
Nike.
and I was like, I was about to do it. She's like, skip. I was like, and I was trying to talk to say it, right?
No,
And then
he's,
she was like,
he's, you know, no.
What, am I dying down the
You're-
story?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go
you
on.
literally snapped. You were like, I can do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
While
like,
the waitress came over.
yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
no. He almost broke all the glasses in there.
Oh my.
Bro,
it
you're
was
really having a bad day.
No, it was good day. It was good day. I was telling a story, and then
he
I
almost
tried
broke the whole
to like tap the
restaurant.
wall, and obviously
strength.
It was
Look
a
at
shelf.
the strength.
Look at the strength.
Look at
It
the
was-
strength.
It was a shelf, right? And then I literally hit it, and then like 5 or 6 small cups.
So that-
You
so
just
that-
moved your hand like
just
Iron
came
Man
down, I
there.
was
You were
It's all
like,
that
hit it.
testosterone. You
That's
know,
what
take
it is.
control of it.
Yeah. Them animals, boy. Woo, through the roof.
That's what it is.
I went to gym today as well, so you know, it's
Jeez,
pumping.
He's feeling swole.
But
Surrounded
yeah,
by
so
too many
then she
men.
was like, for more context, I'm gonna actually like, oh, you must not have had a girlfriend for a while. I was like,
Oh,
what?
I know.
I was like, raw.
No,
That's a
do you know what it
low blow.
was?
She was
No,
like-
no. Do you know why I based that off? Can I just
No,
give my
tell them
defense?
what you
Wait,
said to
Just
me.
You said that to him.
I
Yeah.
said that to him because
Okay.
what I've noticed, yeah, with people that are involved with females and a lot, and they've had a lot of experience with girlfriends, they like to be looked after. So
Okay.
they like
Okay.
to have a woman be like, I got you, babes. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'll put that away for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's also because it's an African thing, because in Egypt, that's women do that for their men. They look after their men. It's all
Probably,
of that.
yeah.
Sometimes you just get looked after, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, so that's
Sometimes
what
you
I
want to get tucked
based it
into
off.
bed.
Exactly.
Someone reads you a book.
Yeah, I would read you a book. It's no problem.
I'm just trying to live my life.
So anyway, that's what I based it off. I said, oh, you must not have had a girlfriend for... And he got a bit sensitive.
No, I was just like, why would you say that?
Touch the nerve.
I was like, why would you
exactly.
say that? I was
Yeah.
like, raw.
Look at his
So
emotion.
random.
Why would you say that?
I was like, that's so random. I was like, raw.
And then I went,
She
and
was
then
like, no,
I
because
said,
I'm caring. I was like, yeah, I know you are, but
I'm loyal.
I
Can we get
still-
to the point where we get to the
sorry,
stereotypes,
okay.
Can't lie. This
So
is
then
different
I
age.
said, I was like, something along the lines of, you know, when I have a man, I because I'm quite boisterous, I'd never want a boyfriend of mine to be kind of the same level as boisterous or lower than I am, because it makes me feel like I'm the dominating person in the relationship. And for me, I like to have a man who is manly. And then he said, what do you mean by that? And what I think I mean by it is I don't like to think that I can walk all over someone.
Sure.
Do you see what I mean?
I can't lie to you.
quite-
I've had hella people say that
What?
like express that same kind of
Sentiment.
sentiment, that they don't want to be, basically they want to feel, they want someone to like make them a little bit nervous in terms of like that they can check them, where it's like they don't want to feel like literally that they can walk all over their man.
Yeah. Just because, but that also goes off my upbringing and what I've seen around me, that a man, from what I've seen, has to provide and he has to be the strong one. And don't get me wrong, I have 4 little brothers. I have a stepdad, I have a dad. A lot of my mates are boys and they are all sensitive people. I don't think it's, for a man to cry, I respect that. And I want my man to cry. I want to see you cry. But what I mean by manly is like, if I say, if something happens or if we're out and a guy steps to me, if my man can't
check him.
Box him in the
Check him,
that's
like,
my
yo,
girl.
my G,
No
hey,
violence.
fall back. Let me
There
chat
we
to you
go.
real quick, yeah?
Yeah.
You see, this is my girl, don't be doing that.
Yeah.
you
No,
know?
I don't want you to get in
The
a
Dom
fight,
should
but
not
to
even have
be
the
like,
confidence. When I'm standing there,
In
I
your
should be
presence.
staring him in the eye to be like,
You know,
you're not talking to my
that's when
girl,
your shoulders come out. That's when your shoulders come out.
so that's what I meant. Like,
You're mad.
No, that's what I meant, and I think that it is a bad thing in a sense, because like I said, I have a lot of boys who are friends.
it's
and
not
I thought,
bad.
No, but
You like
what I
what you
mean
like,
by,
innit?
no, but the reason why it's bad is that when I speak to my guys who are friends, they go, "You girls don't realize the pressure that men are under a lot of the time. For instance, living up to that role that society has made them believe they need to fulfill to get with a beautiful woman or to have a woman. Do you see what I mean? No, George.
Okay.
No,
Go on.
I'm going off what they said.
Yeah.
Little cheeky bastard. And so that's what that and hearing that from them, I was like, I was like, I didn't even realize that, like, that men have that pressure. Because for me, I've always thought like, oh, you know, men are men, like they're cool. Do you know what I mean? They just firm it. But really, because I've been around so much sensitivity around men, I'm now starting to realize as I've got older, like, wow, okay, men have it hard. Women can be nasty. Do you know what I mean? We can be so nasty, like the pressure, like on a night out. Do you think I will ever, not because I feel like people need to come to me, but do you think I will ever go up to a guy and ask him for his number?
Can I just point out here, that this is the biggest thing when it comes to girls. Like when I was chatting to this one girl on a night out.
Generalizing.
No, I'm being dead serious. So like Kofi and I had many a trip out on a late night.
Oh, did you?
on a late night.
Yeah, but it's like, so I'm like, sometimes I'll be like having these conversations and that. I remember chatting to this one thing, and she was basically saying about how,
Woman.
Okay.
but
We gonna check
basically, and she was saying like, oh, like men are pussies and that because they don't want to chat to her. And I was like, but like, do you know, like I told her, listen, go and speak to my man right now. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, like listen, it's like, it takes a lot.
It
They
does.
underrate the
takes
self-confidence.
a lot.
No,
that
it does.
you need that
But
Iron Man
do you know
charge
what
up. Like,
but you know what I
Yeah,
realized though? It's because like usually, women come across the guys that speak to everyone. And those guys are usually the pricks because like, they don't really care in it. They're just trying they're shooting their shot. It's a numbers game to them. They're just trying to put as many points on the board as possible.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So it's like women have that idea that men just chat to whoever they want. And oftentimes it's not really the case.
No, I know it's so true. And I've started to tell my girls, so I'm like, listen, like, because a couple of my girls, like, they'll cuss out guys. They'll be like, nah, he's a pussy. Like, he's not coming up to me. Like, who does he think he is? Or like, he's not replying to me. Or he's not asking. He said, no, girls are vicious, you know. Sorry, my girls out there, I love you all, but I just need to bait you out real quick. But, and then I've had to say to him, like, no, think about it. Like, for you to go into someone's DMs and message them, you will never ever do that. So for a guy, like, you've got to show them a bit of appreciation as long as it's not coming from that kind of gallus, bad mind,
That man
whatever.
that just trying to put numbers on the board.
Exactly. So, but I think it's a big thing that men and women need to start to communicate between each other a bit more. Because it's like, I text people and it's like, I'm really open texter. Like, I'm really like, oh my God, I'm a bit of a
Boisterous.
yeah, boisterous, flamboyant. I don't really care what I say. I'm just like,
Yeah.
but because of the way that this whole like, oh, you have to be like this or you have to be like that because otherwise you're seen like that or you're seen like that. It's so long. It's
It's
so hard for men as well. Like, I feel for you guys. I really do. Because like I said, women, the way I see some women when a guy comes up to her and she's like, I've literally seen a girl go, why are you talking to me?
That's
And it's
disgusting.
like, come on, like,
have, yeah.
come on. It's even if you have a man or you're not interested, if he's coming to you on a calm thing and he's just like, yo, like, what's your name? You know, where you
What's your
from?
name? What's your number?
Well, yeah, I was about to say that, but
He's
before let me
looking
go there.
pretty, but
Then you can at least be like, you know, oh hi, like you know, I'm Alina. I come from here. I've got a boyfriend, but thanks so much. You're really nice. Have a good night.
George, you got thrown back by that. What was that? Was it the thanks so much?
Yeah. That's
What?
Was it so? Okay.
really polite.
Oh, polite.
Yeah.
No, but that's. But,
It's really polite.
I thought it was like patronising.
Yeah, I thought
it was
that was
like,
like-
thanks.
I don't mean it in a
Thanks a lot.
patronising way though.
no, because she's saying I've got a boyfriend, so the advancement needs to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
like,
thanks for
No,
showing
but,
the.
but okay,
about
wait.
in
Let me
the
ask you.
case
No, wait.
of
Let me
not
ask,
a boyfriend?
let me ask you this then. Like, have you
Yeah.
ever been in a situation, or one of your girls been in a situation, where you said I've had a boyfriend, and the man took it as a challenge?
Say that again.
Where you said to a man, he's tried to move to you, and one of your girls, you may or may not have a boyfriend, but you've told him you've had a boyfriend. And then the guy took it as a challenge, like, oh, let me see if I can just get
Yeah.
her.
Then it's like, what are you doing? Come on,
Yeah.
because then you're asking for it. Then
Yeah.
you're actually asking for the girl to become rude or to become standoffish because she's told you. I've had that before where I've said to someone, oh, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And they've still, but babes, like we can still be friends.
don't
I
need
have
any more
enough
friends.
friends.
Yeah.
If I wanted you to be my friend, I would have been like, do you want to go and get a coffee and like, you know, go
Yeah.
and plait each other's hair?
She's so polite.
Thank you.
Honestly.
But that's
She's
the
on this no
thing.
new
That's,
friends vibe.
yeah.
no, but that's the thing. Like that's when I'm a bit like, okay, just leave
Moving
it.
like Daenerys and that.
Just trying to burn down the whole shit.
You know what I mean?
No, but that's that. Yeah, but I mean, that's just. Or when people, no, I'm not with that. If she said no and she's been nice,
Yeah.
leave it. Just leave it. You've
Yeah.
done your bit. She's not interested.
You shot your shot.
You've shot your shot.
You know what I'm saying?
It's done. But going back to what I was saying, I think there needs to be. I think for all the girls out there that are guilty of this, it needs to stop because not all men are trash. I used to be like that girl. Men are trash. Men are trash. Not all men are trash.
I'm glad I wasn't talking to you then.
Go for you.
Today's a new day.
No, but like, I didn't like bump into you then, like on this trash wave and that. You know?
No, but
But-
you know, but that's also from past experiences
Yeah,
from
of
other
course.
women, from me,
Yeah.
from like we were saying,
Yeah.
from people being like, you know,
But Twitter really took it to the next level, man. It really did, and the influence that it had on people's minds, and especially young girls' minds as well. Like, imagine just reading that because you think Twitter's funny. You know, you go to Twitter for leisure, and you're just reading this about men, and you may have even had a boyfriend at that time, or you've had a boyfriend like, oh, he does this. If one girl says, oh, this is trash, but you
must be
don't see it
trash.
as trash, then he must be trash, and you paint these pictures, and you know, you go about what your peer group says, and you look to the peer group above, like our age group to like 30 is that block of toxic men are trash and like women are trash in the row on Twitter, which is like,
but what do you guys think? Like, what do
About
you
what?
think about approaching women, about how women are towards you, or how, like,
Yeah.
what does it lower your self-esteem a lot of the time? Like,
I was going to say, based on what you said about past experiences, there are some guys who have approached girls and the girl has said no. And then the guys have been persistent because either the girls are playing quote unquote hard to get. And as a result, they've actually ended up getting together or being boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever. So these guys now have the same mentality thinking, oh, she's playing hard to get. I've done this before. So he's still going to persist.
Yeah.
He's still going to pursue her. And it's really like, no, she's got a man or she just doesn't want you. And
Yeah.
that's when it's like, consent is key, but at the same time, they've had these previous experiences where they've persisted and they have achieved what they wanted to. Do you see what I mean?
yeah, no, but I mean, like, what do you think about this whole like stereotype of like men have to be men? Like when women think that, Do you know what I mean? Like, how does that make you feel?
I feel like I'm in a similar boat as you in terms of the way, like, the
Rock the boat.
environment that I grew up in played heavily into supporting that stereotype. And so I've definitely have a lot of those traits in myself that I expect of myself when it comes to what men are supposed to do. But at the same time, I also recognize the fact that we all live our own lives, right? And it's like the most important thing you can do is trying to live right by yourself. And I think at the end of the day, as long as you feel like you're living essentially what you think is the right way, you can't really start questioning how everyone else sees you. Because I think once you start doing that, then you start opening the door to all kinds of everything from like mental depression to all kinds of other problems.
Yeah, because that's another thing. I think it's men below the age of, or between 21 and something like 27 are more likely to commit suicide.
The biggest killer of men under the age of 45 is suicide.
There we go.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to ask, because I was talking to my dad about it, and he said what women don't realize, or a lot of people don't realize, is that a lot of the time that is also caused because of the way that they feel like they haven't lived up to those expectations that's put on them by their family, by their friends, by women.
Because even now, like, I can definitely feel the tension in, like, when I speak to like my Nigerian family about what I'm expected to be doing at this point in my life. Like, it's the question of, when you getting married, it's like, right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo. But it's just like, there are certain things that, you know, you're just expected. It's just socially normal. Like, you're just expected to do these things. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. And it happens. Go uni, get your degree, get a nice paying job in the city. You find a wife, buy that house in the suburbs, you know, buy the big car. And it's just like, maybe I want to be a Jedi.
Yeah, maybe want to do something else.
You be a Jedi.
That's what we were talking about earlier today as well. Like, yeah, man.
No, but like at the same time though, I do feel like you've got to recognize the fact that you can't use it as like escapism, where you can't escape from the fact that, you know, life is hard, regardless of who you are. And there's certain things that, you know, you have to just kind of do. Like, and just finding the balance between what makes you happy and, you know, being able to
survive and
like you got to
and
pay
operate
bills
within
at the
society.
end of the day, innit?
Yeah.
So
Do you know
it's
what I
like,
mean?
it's a tricky one.
Sticky one still.
Sticky one.
But
No, it's
I
just
do
so-
think at the same time that this current climate that we're living in, everyone is so hypersensitive. Like, you
that's a
can't say
fact.
anything.
Oh
can't
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah,
shit
yeah,
without
yeah.
pissing
It's
someone
true.
off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
I think offense is relative, but it also helps you to change if you allow it to make better decisions and to communicate with other people. If
Yep.
you're always going to be sensitive by what someone else says, how are you going to grow?
You can't live your life like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You can't, because you're just going to be, everyone's just going to be stepping on your eggshells and pushing your buttons,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
So it's just like, and then you'll just drive yourself crazy, to be honest.
it's true.
But do you know what? I think it's just
I'm
that's
just curious.
because, you know, it's just unraveling and things that have been under the carpet that people have, you know, everyone wants, right now is the time where it's me time. It's my time to shine. It's my time to be in the political landscape, in the public landscape, where like we matter.
Yeah.
And some people are taking that far to be like,
you know what?
Everything that offends them, we need to address this so people know what they can say and can't say that doesn't offend us. And it's not going to work like that, though.
I
You
think
can't
the biggest
police
problem
anyone.
is the fact that it's like you said, like in this, it's a social media generation where it's just instant gratification, where if you
Yeah.
don't match up to what someone else was doing, you feel like shit.
Oh, thank
You
God.
feel like shit. Like it's like I've been scrolling through Instagram and thinking like, raw, like this guy's popping. It's like, fuck, this shit is fake.
Yeah, more times
It's
these people
fake.
are going through hell and back, but obviously they're not going to put that on their Insta, are they?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
And people forget that.
Yeah, big time. Big.
That's what I came
big
off
time.
Insta for time. Like last year, I deactivated it
Yeah.
because I was in that headspace,
Yeah.
and I was like, I need to get out of it because at the end of the day, it is my journey. I will do it how I want to.
Exactly.
And more time, all these people, they are lying because
No,
they're
it's
not
true.
gonna
It's
be
absolutely
they're not
true.
gonna be like, oh, today I got kicked out of my house and I'm homeless.
Yeah.
No.
Because otherwise, if you do that, you're weak. You're not in the game. You're not
Yeah.
succeeding. But everyone, like last year, I went through like hell and back, and I realized that's when I was like, okay, let me come off this
Yeah.
because I actually need to focus on me and stop worrying about what this person is doing and what that person's doing.
Yeah.
See that right there, I think as well, like it may not be a cure, but that right there is the key to it's just not even being happy, but just being content with who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the most important thing. You have to be satisfied with who you are now. Otherwise, you're never going to get to where you're going to try to get to.
Exactly.
Never. You'll never develop.
Yeah.
And you'll always just be like, oh, I want to be like that person. I want to be like that. But shit, they're doing this. And then everyone would just surpassing you, just live in that cycle.
But it's that deep
just-
that someone can take a picture of like I took a picture of those trainers downstairs and I've already had like 5 people. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Don't worry about where I am, man. Mind your own
I'll be
business.
checking for
More
me like
time,
that.
more time I could just be in the back of office. Do you know one of them ones there?
Yeah.
But because it's on Instagram and it looks a bit fancy,
Yeah.
they're like, obviously this place is lovely and, you know, very happy to be here. But, you know what I mean? But more time, these people are going to be thinking, oh, she's out here, she's doing... But, you know, I'm still going to go home tonight, have some whack-ass dinner, stick on the TV and just like anyone else, like any Bob, Joe and Dick and Harry.
Yeah.
So,
You're absolutely right. What I try to do with some of my Instagram posts is I do photography on the side here and there, but I always try and make like a... Come on now. I always try and make like a slideshow or just a swipe.
Yeah.
Come on now. I make a slideshow saying this was behind the scenes just to prove that as pretty as things look, there's
always something
I like
behind,
that,
yeah. And
Take
like,
off
that
the
a lot.
mask.
exactly. And 2 things quickly. I remember I was doing a collaborative project with this influencer, not mentioning any names, and just to see the extent that they went through in order to take a picture that gets a couple thousand likes, I'm like, wow, things are really not what they seem. Things are really not what they seem. So I always make the effort not to just completely judge what I see face value.
And I think when it comes back to your point about being males and what we're expected of us as well, because I know for me, like I went through a big period in my life, like 2 years of just crazy depression because it was a thing of I had these expectations of what I set for myself in life. And the thing is, because I could see other people doing it and I wasn't there yet, it was like, raw, this is like, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
And what I kind of figured out during that point is that, you know, where you feel like you are and where you think you should be, if the gap is too big, then you're in danger. And it's about, you need to find a way to be able to rectify that into a place where you feel like you're content with who you are. Again, happiness is a different story. I think that's just it's a level above. But
it's an ideal.
Yeah, like, but if you can reach that point of equilibrium, I mean, that's where you live life. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, science guy.
Yeah, I know. Looking big words
You know
and
what I'm saying? Man's going to space.
You know
and
what,
that.
going back what you were saying though as well, like, I was talking to a friend of mine and obviously, you know, I'm an actress now. That is who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a job on the side, but that is, and on my Instagram, and I was talking to this guy, very, like, you know.
Was he sliding in the DMs?
No. He's a friend of mine, and he's a cool guy, like really.
But no bust down.
He's just really on point, and he said to me, and he started following me on Instagram the other day, and bearing in mind, we'd been friends for about a year now or something.
Yeah.
And I said, why did you only start following me on Instagram the other day? He said, oh, because you posted your trailer for your film on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, but like, what do you mean? And he said, that's what I want to see. He said, I don't business with seeing your bum out or your boobs out or your bikini pics.
Yeah.
He said, you can do that and you look good, like, do you. But if you're trying to be something, don't let what you think people want to see stop you from doing what you need to be doing. So I went on my Instagram. I didn't delete, but I thought, right, if you go on my Instagram, so I'm trying to portray an image here. I'm an actress. I'm a professional actor.
Yeah.
So when people see me, I want them to think, okay, she's serious.
Yeah.
If you go on my Instagram and you see 100 pics of me in a bikini or me doing, you know, just being a bit flirtatious or whatever.
I think you get a lot of video girl gigs.
Well, I mean, I don't do them, but I have had them before. And I've done
Yeah.
videos, but it's only strictly acting, where it's actually just acting. But
Yeah.
that's what I went off and I just archived. Was it archived?
Archive.
Archive. I can never say that word.
It's okay.
Thank you for supporting me. And I just did it because I thought, right, that's not who I am. That's just what I've been made to feel like I should be doing because everyone is doing that.
Yeah.
But if you look back at and you think about anyone who you look up to and you think about when Instagram and Facebook and all these things went around, they weren't doing that. They were just honing in on their craft. And if someone saw them, then they can appreciate the beauty or the personality and all of that. So that going back what you were saying, it's just like, it's true. Instagram is toxic.
I had to go and unfollow
It's a gift and a curse.
It is.
I had to go and unfollow all the first accounts that I was following.
Yeah, because you know
For that exact reason.
I
because
exactly said
I
this
found-
today.
I found this one, he's like a creative director's page, and I was going through it, and I was like, "Right, I really love this content." But I went back to my feed and I'm thinking like, I'm not seeing any of that content
Yeah.
on my feed. So I
timeline.
just went on and followed like about 35 people or like something.
Yeah.
Just people that, you know, them just stupid accounts that you just follow because, she looked nice in this one picture. So I thought, fuck it, let me just see
I did
what
the
it is.
same thing. I culled it. I literally cut it. I
literally.
was like, and because I wasn't getting it, and it pushes all that stuff to your feed.
Yeah.
Even big popular pages, like some brands that I don't buy, I don't wear. I'm just following them. It's like that's not nothing to do with me. Some celebrities that I don't buy into anymore, that are not on the journey I'm on. It's like you're gone because it's
the
not
problem
giving
is as
into what
well.
I'm going to see. Because Instagram will just use the algorithm to push that.
Exactly.
Whereas I won't see people who are, building budding creatives or trying to build their business with XYZ, right?
Yeah.
Doing good things that I just won't see it enough because.
And linking what that algorithm is back to your point about, expectations of people is that when you do follow all these accounts, the thing is we spend so much time on the internet, right? And they're just trying to show us what we want to see. So in a sense,
what's perceived,
it just becomes a huge echo chamber
Yeah.
of whatever it is. It could be good or bad.
Yeah.
But whatever it is you're following or you're looking at is just going to get thrown straight back at you.
Yeah.
That's why I think it is important to cultivate that kind of balanced feed or that presence online where you can get, the more wholesome, the more, impactful
And also you give
content.
what you put out.
Yeah.
So if you're expecting to, like you say, get a certain thing from your Instagram page and you're not getting it, like I was thinking, but why am I not? Do you know what I mean? And then I went on it and then I was like, because that's why, because I'm showing this idea, but that's not me.
Yeah.
It's me, but it's not me. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of time when people will meet me and they'll be like, oh, I have you on Instagram. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? and they develop this image and idea of who I'm going to be from my Instagram.
yeah.
And then they meet me and they're like, you're not like that. And I'm like, well, obviously I'm not.
And
Do you
there's
know what I mean?
opportunities that could just go your way because of the way the world going. And so we only have this much amount of time, just an inch. And we're like, right, nah.
Nope.
And you could have been the person if that would have been it's just like a CV that
Here's the CV.
goes to a flipping HR person. It's like cool. They sit on their desk, they read the first line or scan through, look for them trigger words. If they're not there, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're in the trash.
Yeah.
Or even like a machine, they just it culls it through like.
Based on what you're saying about echo chambers, do you feel as though we should intentionally follow accounts and people that we don't necessarily agree with to get a more balance to you? Like for example, if I'm
That's a good
if
idea.
I'm a
I do that.
Democrat,
I do
should
that on
follow
Twitter.
a Republican.
Yeah, I
so
do
I
that
get
on
balanced
Twitter.
views.
I do that on Twitter.
I wouldn't do it on Instagram. I don't want to be seeing their face all the time. But Twitter, yeah.
No, Twitter.
I don't have Twitter, guys. I actually have Twitter, but I actually never use it.
And
But
Twitter's
I
the best
wanted to
app
get
for
it,
that.
you know?
I was the same, to be fair. And then I started chatting to this one girl.
Oh.
It changed my
Ayo.
opinion on what Twitter is. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, no, there was like a point where like I went through my feed and I was like, okay, I'm just seeing a lot of the same thing. And I was trying to, I think I was doing research for an episode on a podcast and I was trying to find like opposing views to what I
couldn't.
felt. And I just couldn't do it. So it's like, rah, like it was a problem. But yeah, I did actually try and find now some other, just like, I didn't end up finding the opposing view, but I found more balanced sources of information that weren't just, this is what I basically believed. And it's like, all right, cool. Like I need to see something else now.
Yeah.
So, but on YouTube, I think YouTube is the best place for that. You can find everything on YouTube.
Yeah, you can, can't
Surprisingly.
you?
But yeah, it's like,
Mismatch.
I'm actually looking forward to finding that advert. Is the advert
I'm
on
gonna
YouTube?
find-
Yeah, it's on YouTube, man. Mismatch advert.
I'm just going to search Muslim-related video and then it'll pop up. Because that's what happened. Like,
Oh, listen. One other thing about these fucking algorithms. Listen, yeah.
bruv, I'm shopping.
Bevim.
I'm vexed. There's this one video I watched.
Yeah.
You know them like trading videos. Yeah, I was
The Forex things.
Yeah, them stupid Forex things. So I watched this one guy's page doing like a little tutorial in it. So I thought, this looks nice. Let me see if something might be interesting and cool. I watched one video, one singular, one. Every time I go on YouTube now, what advert do I see?
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to his page, I blocked him. It's still there.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm
They
fuming.
pay a lot to be seen like
I'm
that.
fuming. I'm gonna
Yeah, but I feel like
write a
your
strongly.
phone. I feel like your phone hears you and watches you.
I'm gonna write a
it
strongly
does.
worded email.
It does, doesn't it?
To
Your
who
phone,
owns
your
who owns
computer.
YouTube? I'm writing a strongly
Yeah,
worded
write
email
it. You write that email.
expressing
Bro.
my deep reservations about the way they are applying the technology in the modern world. I am
just-
furious.
But it's
Grab-
also because your phone listens to you and watches you.
Actually, I can't.
Grab that ad block,
block,
my friend. Grab that ad block.
Can you get that?
Yeah, I've had that
But you
installed on
can't
my...
block YouTube videos.
Yes, you can.
No,
Wait,
can't.
guys, you might miss
That's
my
the whole
mismatch,
reason I got
though.
it.
Okay, so
It blocks ads on YouTube. That's the whole reason
Yeah.
I got it, bro.
really?
Adblock Plus. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you can't really
Adblock
use...
Plus. It's the plus,
Nah,
innit?
plus.
The
Listen,
plus.
You gotta get
I'm
everything.
gonna download it
Come
just
on
so I
now.
don't have to see the guy's stupid face.
I
I don't want to
sometimes
say his name in it because I don't want to be giving him free promo. But listen, I'm
Stay there, fam. I'll keep it on the playground.
No. I'm actually mad, but anyway, that's the end of my rant.
Yeah, man, that was a strong one.
He's shaking.
He's human.
Human.
Yeah,
Livid.
you're actually
Absolutely
angry. Yeah,
livid.
livid.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
such a
He's
good
livid.
word. I love that word.
Thank you.
Livid.
Should have said that as your favorite word. Then no.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Too late now.
Relax. But yeah, the moral of that is just
Fuck that guy.
everything that obviously, relax, man. Everything that you see is not what you think it is, and
Amen or amen.
put out what you want to be put out, and how you want to be received, man. It's hard though. It's hard because like there was a point in my life where I was like, yeah, man, maybe let me start using Instagram properly because I was just posting anything on there, archiving their pictures too and stuff. It's like, how am I gonna,
I deleted
I'm
hella
seeing
pictures
other people's.
off my Instagram.
I'm seeing
at one
other
point,
people's
like, all
Instagrams.
of
We're
them.
like, okay, they're getting that interaction. What are they doing right? And then it does put another strain in your brain to be like, I can't lie. Like, I would, even with DMs, I'd get annoyed when someone wouldn't reply to me
Instantly.
within like, not instantly, but within like 6 hours, something like that. But now when you're working live, it's like, I get it
Get
now. I'll
it.
give it a day or two, like when you're busy.
Yeah.
Like, it still
Yeah.
pisses me off when someone sees the message and doesn't reply.
No, but that's the
That
thing, though.
irks me.
No, because
That does
there's
irk me.
actually times where I do
no,
that.
but that's fine. But don't open it. But do you know what? I didn't.
no,
have
but
to
you
go
might
back.
be opening it, and then something might happen, and you might,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah,
forget.
true.
Yeah,
That's why I
I
go in
think
my
that's-
brain.
My
I'm like,
girls get on
something
to me.
like
Like,
that
Lena, you
before.
always ignore my
happen-
message. I'm like, I'm busy.
But now I don't open the message when I know I don't have the time to do it. Like
Yeah,
I try
I do that
at the
now.
beginning
Oh,
of the
well,
day or at the
how
end of the day. Yeah, I try to just
you,
cull through the messages like cool, bang, 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 and then depending who the person is, I'm like, maybe I'll get to that one later. Just depending on how quick it is. But yeah, no, it really is controlling us in a way.
No,
like,
but it's the thing of
that
like
it's so on.
on that point though,
Unheard.
like when it comes to messaging on social medias and shit, like there's a like I'm not one of them people who can have a conversation and be doing other things at the same time. If I'm talking to somebody, I want to give them my full attention. So like I just won't reply until I'm in a place where I can actually have
Yeah,
a conversation
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
But
Unless I see
Yeah.
what you've written, where it's like, "Where are you?" Then it's a quick.
yeah,
like,
if it's
but
like,
if it's
I can't
something like
respond now.
just
Where are you?
information or like I'm meeting here or blah blah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I mean, Instagram's go crazy. Like they're obviously trying to test taking away the like,
like
button,
button. I
but that's
saw
never
that.
going to happen because businesses will lose money. All these,
I
you know,
thought
so
about
And
it.
I swear, when you like something, when you upload a photo and it gets liked, it releases endorphins or something.
Yeah.
well,
I
you
heard
feel
that.
like it.
I think it's dopamine.
Yeah.
Dopamine, yeah. Something.
That's
Not
the
when you
hug-
like it, when you
that's
see the
hug
likes.
chemical.
Is it
Yeah.
the right one?
Yeah.
I think so. You're probably, yeah.
Dopamine, yeah.
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 Feel good.
Yes. Dope. That's dope, man.
Dope.
That's where it
Yeah.
came from, bro. But I
Which
mean,
is bad though, isn't it?
of course it's bad.
From a photo.
If you become addicted to it, yeah.
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 But the thing is, right?
The thing is, no.
That is a thing.
So evolutionary speaking, like it's a necessary part of your neurochemistry because it means that you like people.
My
Literally.
chest.
My chest.
So like it's a thing of like when you hug someone, it releases dopamine. So it's what drives you to crave human connection. But what you do is you end up replacing human connection with the phone. That's when the problem happens.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head there.
Yes.
Oh, I want to click. I
Thank
can't
you,
click
thank you,
with this
thank you.
finger though.
I
They'll
read
never
my,
get rid of it though.
I read my books.
I don't think they can never get rid of it.
The like button.
No, they
Here's the
can't.
thing though, I think
Because
there,
they'd have to find another way that you could,
there are other
a
ways of
metric-
measuring engagement.
well, comments and what else? Just how many people looked at it. That means you'd have to monitor how many people have actually seen it.
If
And
you've got a business account, you can see who's engaging with
Not
your
everyone does
account.
though.
not everyone does.
There still needs to be a way to show your
they
appreciation.
don't care about those people. They only care about the people that are going to make them money.
Mm.
No, not just that.
They do,
They care
man.
about the users. The users are the one that connect with the businesses.
Instagram, owned by Facebook, just trying to secure
Is
that bank
it
balance.
owned by Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They own
Mark
WhatsApp.
Oh
Zuckerberg.
God, I didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
And WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just trying to secure that bank balance.
Listen, and WhatsApp's not encrypted, by the way.
Is it
Just
not?
wanna
Because
let you
someone
know.
really scared me.
It's
They were like, "I've
not
got the new
encrypted.
update."
I was on the train with Izu on one of our trips back in the day down
As you
to
do.
no, it was a trip to go and record. Relax. Just in case you had any ideas. But yeah, so we met this data scientist, worked in cybersecurity.
shit.
He was like,
This guy broke it down. Fam.
he
I
was
can't lie to
proper
you.
waved, yeah.
He was
on
gone,
a night out,
but
he was like, yeah,
funny.
boys, what you lot doing? Love what you do in the podcast. It's great. Yeah, man. Like, then we listen, but it's like, yeah, so I work in cybersecurity and, you know, we work with phones like BlackBerries, which are the most high-tech secure phone. And, you know, we work for GCHQ, trace people's phone calls and
Which is
everything. blah, blah,
basically the UK version of what's the American thing? NSA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
Oh,
was like,
really?
basically,
Yeah.
I was like, so you know WhatsApp, like it says it's encrypted and I had a big case and blah blah. I don't know why my voice is changing, but yeah, he's like,
Just trying to get them acting credits.
that's a bunch of bullshit. If we want to find a message, we'll find it. Doesn't matter if you've deleted it. We can then just.
Alright, but
we
he
have
said
to
do not-
Because that really scares me.
No,
No,
he said
you
he
have to
said
obviously get-
he didn't say it was easy to do. He said it is challenging, but if like
possible though.
you have to hack the encryption, which they
Yeah.
can do.
and they
then
can do it without the government.
even if you
by the way.
delete it, there's still the metadata on your hard drive, which they can still harvest and piece back together what
Wow.
you've
If you
done.
put a USB in a computer, drag a file, they'll have the history that you dragged that file onto that USB.
Because I remember him saying, it's
Even
like,
if you
if
bin
you
it.
delete the file, what happens is it deletes the start and end point
Yeah.
of the binary sequence,
Mhm.
but the sequence still remains.
Mhm.
It just means your
wow.
computer can't access it anymore because there's no beginning and end, so it doesn't know where it is anymore. So that's what he's basically saying.
So you
But
got
they
to be
can still
careful
piece
what
it
you say.
together.
Yeah, but so what they do is they've got. He said that his company has a piece of software that can go through the data and figure out where shit starts and ends, and then figure out what you was doing.
They'll piece what you said, piece
Yeah.
together what you said. So
What's this guy's name, guys?
I wish I.
do you know
took
what?
it
He
down.
gave me his card and I've got his email.
Yeah, he said he did work for some like Dubai sheikhs or some Emirati
Yeah,
people
yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit.
When we come off air, I'll try and find it on my
Better sign
email.
that NDA, boy.
I didn't say his name. It's all good. He's not even gonna listen to this.
That's
You
so
never know.
scary.
I do never know. No, it is scary and it's a bit wild.
It
And I
makes
was
me feel
like,
uncomfortable.
but the thing is, it's making you think that you're safe, but you're not. Because
I know we're not
sometimes they
safe.
don't need the police
safe
to even
it ain't
access the
safe
file.
on the block.
They can just do it, like, or they don't need a government order or whatever. It's really crazy. But
I mean, legally speaking, they do. But if they really wanted to, they could hack your shit. So
come on, man. You know they're gonna do that shit.
Mad.
yeah.
It's actually.
But then if they do hack your shit without your consent, you sue them and you get your check.
Yes.
If only that.
Hallelujah.
If only it was that easy.
Unfortunately, your private business will also be out there, so you got to weigh that up.
Oh, yeah.
Them nudes.
I love how we're all there like, okay.
I'm
Like,
moving,
man.
like you're
What-
thinking, okay, how much
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
shit worth?
Is it worth it?
like, is that 500,000 really? Do I need that? The embarrassment.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know
my
what
mom's
I
gonna
mean?
be not gonna look at me the same anymore.
Yeah.
The house will be paid though.
Yeah. But
house will
mum,
be-
I paid the deposit.
That's it.
I paid the deposit.
That's it.
Come on, I took you to Barbados. Come on. Like Gala.
Bish,
Folks,
bash, bosh.
it's been a pleasure, you know.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Been
having
Joined
us,
today
man.
by SBK,
This has been fun.
Izzy the Mulatto,
Yeah.
George,
I say Prempe.
Elena Salo.
Hello.
Guys, where can they find you on the socials?
You
Where
can find me on
shoot a shot on
Instagram,
the DM.
Alina KSF. And Twitter, I don't use Twitter.
And where can they find your film? What's
Oh,
it called?
Amazon Prime, Lilo. Watch it, rate it, leave a comment, share it.
Jump in her DMs and you might get lucky. Give her the feedback in her DMs.
No. My Instagram is professional.
Amen.
Professional.
They can
only.
still leave a comment on the film.
Of course, yeah,
on the
but
film-
I'd rather you
on the
do that
feed?
on
the feed,
yeah,
Amazon
yeah,
comments.
exactly.
Yeah.
Much
Get
appreciated.
that 5 stars.
And obviously, Muzmatch.
Let me
Oh, you're
Out
so,
here.
you're so
yeah.
proud of that, aren't
No,
you?
you know something, yeah. I have to be proud because it's quite cheesy, but it's a Muzmatch advert
It's a big thing, innit? It's advert. She's going to be seen by how many brothers?
Absolutely.
in a
Ladies,
hijab,
you'd be very
looking
proud.
good.
Yeah.
I
Just
actually look good in a hijab.
Out here
you know?
trying to entice these Islamic men to,
Innit, man?
to
Yeah.
find,
It's-
to
it's
find
I
their
actually,
love.
I actually got DMs being like, "You're a liar. I know you didn't marry him because I'm in the advert. I marry a black man."
Or is it
Oh, raw.
Yeah, to add some, kind of.
just a twist to the
Yeah,
story?
exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, people were like, "You're lying," blah 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 blah, and I was just like, "If you don't stop, I will call the police." He didn't believe me, so he kept going, so I had to block him.
Mad.
But yeah, that's me.
George,
George,
where can they find you, bro?
you can find me in Edmonton, which is God's favorite place
Edmonton.
in the whole world.
That is a lie.
I mean, I'm joking.
No, I meant on the socials, bro. Online.
Sorry. George Osei, Instagram, Twitter.
You're active. It's good.
Thank you.
Facebook, Tumblr, Reddit.
LinkedIn.
Tumblr, throwing it
You can
back.
find me, SBK
YouTube,
World.
eBay.
SBK Worldwide on Instagram and on Twitter, K the Fixer. Find Izu at
Easy the Mulatto, Instagram and Twitter.
Yup.
Twitter.
And don't forget to
Twitter.
follow us if you're already not following us on Instagram at Unplugged Podcast and at Twitter on Unplugged Pod.
Oh, and make sure patreon.com/unplugged.
Unplugged Podcast. Check it out, man. We've got some real
Support
good
what we
shit for
do
you
here.
there. Support.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're listening on one of the platforms, so I don't need to really give you spread where we're on the platforms. But
Like, share, subscribe.
that's been episode 28.
Yeah.
We're back, baby.
Peace.
Hi, guys. You've been locked into the Unplugged podcast. That's Unplugged with 3 G's. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Unplugged Podcast. See you on the other side.